Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing a shelf based on the Battle of Geonosis, starting with these 3D printed columns. I designed these myself, the files are on my Patreon. I painted them using a sponge, first doing orange, and then repeating that process with red and then brown. I just added a cheap chain that I got on Amazon and just did this for both of those. And then we bring in the hexagon stands that I also designed and are also available on my Patreon. Not to self-promote, but I have to say that or else I get a bunch of comments asking where I got these. First we have Aelus Occur from the Black Series. This is repainted by SHFiguarts with a hand from a Marvel Legends figure. I'm going to put some of the more vibrant characters towards the edges here to kind of just like even out that composition. Your eyes kind of tend to go towards the middle where our main characters will be, so I kind of want to space these guys out a little bit. Next we have the red Phase 1 Clone Trooper. This is an older figure, definitely doesn't really hold up to today's standards, but it looks cool nevertheless, and I do need to fill some of the extra spots on this shelf. Next we have Kit Fisto from the Black Series with a custom 3D printed cloak. I basically printed this cloak and then painted the arms the same color so it looks like he's wearing his full Jedi robes. I have a lot of nostalgia for characters in their Jedi robes. I think because of the figures when I was a kid all had those, and I just think they look really cool, and it's a nice kind of way to mix things up on the shelf. We are getting a new Phase 1 clone in the Black Series. This is actually from AliExpress since the Black Series hadn't put out an official Phase 1 on the 2020 body, so that's just going to be a placeholder until I can replace those with the official Hasbro release. Since we're getting the Super Battle Droid later in this year, I'm going to use this 3D printed one. This is actually PLA printed by a user on Instagram called Scotus Customs that used to make these. It's definitely not ideal and they're a little bit more fragile. I've got like a bunch of parts glued together because I broke them previously, but that's going to be our placeholder for now. I have two Geonosian battle droids. One is from Figuarts on the left and the other is from the Black Series on the right. You can see the one on the right is a little bit taller, a slightly more brown color. The one on the left has a cleaner sculpt and is actually the one that I keep displayed on my shelf, but they're both going to kind of flesh out the sides here since I only have one of each, but I do need to fill some of these spots. This is the standard ObiWan Kenobi from Attack of the Clones, although I am looking forward to getting a repaint from an artist called Uncle Sam's Cantina on Instagram. I can't wait to see how this looks in person. This is the Episode 2 Anakin Figuarts body with a custom head from Nuno, another artist on Instagram that I found who does custom paint jobs. I'm waiting on a couple new heads from him as well, and I'm very excited for those. Also from the same artist is this custom Count Dooku head. This is the Dooku body from the Black Series, much better than the SHFiguarts, and the hand here is actually from one of the starting lineup figures. I bought one just to see if it would be useful for like fodder parts, and honestly that hand was the only thing that I can use. They're generally a little bit too big for Black Series. There's a website called Scotus Customs that has really amazing 3D printed parts, like this Coleman Trebor head and neck and hands. The neck pegs under the cloak, so you get a really nice clean finish. It's articulated, and even the hands come with a little acrylic peg that you stick through the slot here, so you get articulation as well. Really beautifully designed kits. If you're into customizing, definitely check out Scotus Customs. Everyone I mentioned in the video is going to be linked below. Just the standard Black Series Plo Koon here, an absolutely beautiful figure. I love this sculpt, and I hope we see a Clone Wars version of Plo Koon coming to the Clones of the Republic line, kind of like that new Mace Windu that's coming. An extra clone here on the side. And then we have R2-D2. He is weathered kind of to look more like Tatooine. If this was a permanent display on my shelf, I would love to get an R2-D2 and really weather him up with like that reddish brown Geonosian dust, but for now we're going to use that. And then this custom Attack of the Clones C-3PO that I painted myself. This is one of my favorite customs that I've done. I just love the look of this character, and obviously if you couldn't tell from the video, Attack of the Clones is super nostalgic for me, and so just seeing 3PO like this, it saved me from buying the Hot Toys one, so that was nice. I've shown this SHFiguarts prequels Yoda many times on the channel. This is probably one of the best 6-inch figures ever made. I hope that we see a re-release of him soon because this is one that I just really want everyone to have. I've got him in his windy cloak here like he's standing on the edge of the gunship. Around the survivors, a perimeter creating. Next we also have an SHFiguarts Padme, probably one of the most expensive SHFiguarts, also due for a re-release. Since we saw the Qui-Gon re-releasing recently, which also goes for about $200, I wouldn't be surprised if we see both of these figures coming back to the line soon. And this is just some more of that cheap Amazon chain that I keep displayed on the shelf. This young Boba head is also from Nuno, and this is just an Omega body that I repainted. It fits perfectly, and I just love having young Boba next to Jango on the shelf. Now that we have Omega and Kid Anakin in the line, I wouldn't be too shocked to see young Boba coming eventually, probably as part of a multi-pack, but that would be pretty cool to see in the Black Series as an official release. And of course we have to bring in Jango on his Black Series body, body with a custom head by FetClone. The Django figure is super outdated, I hope to see that re-released, but with this custom head it really makes it all look quite acceptable and pretty good. We have Mace Windu here, also with a custom 3D printed Jedi cloak. I wanted him to look how he does at the very start of the fight when he kind of sneaks up on Dooku. Otherwise I might have the SHFiguarts Mace Windu on here instead. And saving the best for last, we have Shaq-Ti, a completely custom figure by Tim's Toys. This is the Asajj Ventress body with some Ben Kenobi Figuarts parts, just masterfully painted. I don't know how Tim managed to do all those stripes and get them so perfect looking, but really thrilled to have this in the collection since Black Series might shy away from it given the amount of deco. Of course, it feels a little weird to be making this video so soon because we do have a lot of figures coming out this year that would be great on this shelf series. Of course, the Super Battle Droid as the official release. It looks amazing. This one is scene specific to the Battle of Geonosis in the sense that it has that brownish dirt on it, and then of course the C-3PO head on the Battle Droid is clearly scene specific. Also super exciting is the Droideka finally coming out. There are a lot of Droidekas in this scene in the arena, so that will be an amazing addition to that. And then we also have the Phase 1 clone, which is also coming, and this one even has a removable helmet. And then the figure I'm most looking forward to this year is probably Ki-Adi Mundi. It's an alien, it's a Jedi, it's a prequel character, just what's not to love here. We've been waiting for this figure for like a year and a half from when it was first pipelined, if not longer. It's gotta show up any day now, right? Please? Anyway, so that is today's Shelf Series Battle of Geonosis video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these upcoming figures you are most looking forward to, or if there's any figures on your wish list specifically from this scene that you would love to see added to Hasbro's collection. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you are new to the channel and would love to see more content like this. I always have up-to-the-minute figure reviews coming out. Until then, here are some other videos that you might enjoy, and I will see you all next time.